The recent report by the International Panel on Climate Change states, with high confidence, extreme climate and weather events will reduce food production, with far-reaching influences on crop, livestock and fisheries, and will change the prevalence of crop pests. These impacts on the food systems are expected to be widespread, complex, geographically and temporally variable, and profoundly influenced by socio-economic conditions. Climate change effects on food production can be categorised into 6 distinct impacts, including the inundation of agriculture land and saline intrusion due to sea level rise, desertification due to drought, flood damage and soil erosion, typhoon damage to food crops, cattle and agriculture facilities, reduced plant and livestock growth due to cold, and reduced yields due to pests and diseases. As a consequence of the vast impact of increasing climate change on food production systems, food security may be threatened. These effects are more severe in poor countries and result in food crisis, such as famine and poverty. Throughout the rest of this week, we will explore what climate change means for soil, water, plant and animal health. Human and ecological systems rely on soil for the provision of water and nutrients for plant growth, the regulation of the water cycle and the storage of carbon. Climate change, that is, increases in temperature, change in precipitation patterns, floods and droughts, will affect the health of soil, defined by its capacity to perform agronomic functions, including sustainable production of crops and animals while maintaining and improving the environment. The interrelations between climate change and changes in soil quality are complex, and there is a lot of research ongoing in this area. There is a strong link between soil health, food production and human health. Worryingly, the projected climate change may adversely impact soil health and formation due to its influence on soil structure, stability, topsoil water holding capacity, nutrient availability and erosion. One of the greatest effects on soil health are a result of water. In many areas, rainfall has become either increasingly abundant or in desperately short supply relative to long-term averages. Extreme downpours can lead to runoff and erosion because the soil cannot absorb the precipitation at the rate it is falling. This strips healthy soil of key micro and macronutrients needed to sustain agriculture. In the most extreme cases, a rigorous downpour in an area without adequate trees to hold the soil in place can trigger a landslide. In coastal areas, sea level rise may lead to an increase in groundwater salinisation in the salty sea floods further inland. Consequently, this will compromise the availability of fresh water, including that used for primary production in agriculture. Conversely, reduced precipitation coupled with increasing heat will cause desertification and the loss of farm production in some areas. Frequent droughts and enhanced evaporation kill off the vital living soil ecosystems necessary to grow healthy crops while leaving less water to dilute pollutants.